Okay, so today we're going to be recapping the features of a diary entry. I'd like you to pause the video now while you mind map the features of a diary. Off you go. Okay, great job everybody. I know we've all got our mind maps full of features of a diary entry, and so here they all are. First, I have chronological order. Well, I would put the events of the day in order of time, and I would use adverbials of time, such as before that, after I had done this, to make sure it is sequenced properly. I would also make sure that for the most part, I had been writing in the past tense, because I am recounting and retelling. Tell. So I explicitly talk about my feelings. Thinking back to a lesson earlier this week when we drew our pictures of Hogarth and we jotted down ideas about how he might be feeling. Maybe he was feeling anxious. Maybe he was feeling guilty. He might have even felt ashamed of his actions. I'd also include some show not tell. For example, listing some actions which might give away how I feel. I'd be writing in the first person because it is my diary. So I'd probably use pronouns like I, me, we, and us. And finally, I would write with a very informal tone. So I'd expect to see sentences ending in exclamations and using some contracted words. If you missed any of these features, make sure you jot it down now. So we're going to look at some modelled writing. Okay, while I'm reading, I would like you to see if you can find an example of where I've used informal tone. So remember, with informal tone, you might find that I've used a contracted word or a sentence punctuated with an exclamation mark. I'd also like you to see if you can find an example of where I've shown my emotions, either by using tell, and, or show, not tell. And finally, I'd like you to see if I have written in chronological order. Dear diary, I did it. I actually did it. I tracked the metal monster. Not an adult, not my dad, me. Everyone is so happy with me. They were carrying me on their shoulders and chanting my name. It should have been the best time of my life. Should have been, but it's not. All I can feel is guilt. I trapped a poor innocent creature just to impress the people of my village. His cries haunt me. I can hear them now. What have I done? So I'd like you to pause the video now and take all the time you need to make the notes and see if you can find and identify the features that I've used. Okay, so now you've had some time to look at it. Let's see if we can find them together. So I've highlighted this sentence. I did it. I actually did it. I trapped the metal monster. Not an adult, not my dad, me. I've highlighted that because this is where I've met my first success criteria. I've spoken in informal tone and it's been punctuated with an exclamation mark. So my next few sentences meet my second success criteria. I've described my emotions. In the first two sentences, I tell the reader my emotions. So it should have been the best time of my life. Should have been, but it's not. All I can feel is guilt. And in the third paragraph that sentence that I've highlighted, I've used show not tell. His cries haunt me. And finally, I've written in chronological order. First, I trapped the metal monster. Then we celebrated by carrying me on their shoulders and chanting. Okay, so now it's your turn. Have a go at writing your own diary entry and remember to include all these features. Good luck.